What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier podcast talking sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. Got my man Kenny here with me.
What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? No Face had to enjoy his honeymoon with his newly wed.
Yuck.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Congrats, brother.
You know what I'm saying again. You know what I'm saying?
It's another episode down. You ain't here.
It's
getting weird.
Hey, bro.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Hey, bro.
Changes will be made. Sign management.
Oh man, but nah, man, my man. Enjoying this honeymoon. All love. You know what I'm saying? You know where you can catch us everywhere, where you get your podcast platform from Apple to Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, catch us on YouTube.
Yes, Lord.
Subscribe, like, share YouTube Monday at 5 o'clock. Monday, 5 p.m., new episode drops every Monday. We have not missed, man. We ain't missing, man.
On your head top.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when the sports is really hitting. We got a lot of things going on. We ain't missing. Basketball season getting in full effect right here.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? College football getting down to the nitty gritty.
You know what I'm saying?
Pro football. November means meaningful games. So you don't want to miss the sports takes from your average guys, man. We giving out real sports takes. We just average guys. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to hit that 100 subscribers button. 100 subscribers. I don't know how to talk.
Words are tough, man.
Yeah, man. Try to hit 100 subscribers, man. We right there. You know, we getting there. So when you see us, if you like it, man, even if you don't like it, hit the subscribe button.
Even if you don't like it.
You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love, leave a comment, man. We appreciate everybody that watches us every week. If you're a first-time listener, last listener, you know what I'm saying, reoccurring listener, been here since day one, we appreciate you.
All love.
All love, man. So, you know what I'm saying, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notify button if you want to continue getting this great sports take that we got going on, because the pod is going up, man. We putting time and effort into it, and it's all for y'all, man.
It's all love, man. It's from the heart. You know, we
done
spruced it up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to really putting blood, sweat, and tears, equity into it. Well, some more than others. Ron. But nonetheless, man, we appreciate the engagement. That's a part of it. You know, just take a second at the top. That's a part that I'm loving, you know, at times, because y'all, we're doing a lot sometimes in those comments. Yeah, we're doing a lot. But nonetheless, I appreciate it. You know, the feedback. You know, the commentary, tell us when we wrong. Hey, we don't know. We don't know.
Read the title.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We just talking.
Read the title.
But this is your premier spot. Check us out every Monday at 5.
Every Monday at 5.
Lock in.
Man. So getting right into it, if you are a recurring listener, you know how these topic episodes
know what we doing?
Go. You know how we start.
You know how we rocking.
ISO on Kenny.
Big time.
And we gonna talk boxing.
Back at our favorite subject at the top of the topic episode, man. Back with boxing. How should I start? Because we already did the apology for the Bivol and Beterbiev fight. We already did that. I was thinking that was the last time we spoke.
Why you brought that back up?
But nonetheless, we are back, and I do have high hopes for how we're about to end the year and begin the top of next year. All right, so as I look at what's upon us, coming up in the next couple weeks, we got Brian Norman. He's returning, lightweight. He's returning to the ring. Navarrete. Emmanuel Navarrete is also returning at 135, which is big at that 135 weight class. They're still playing musical chairs, seeing who's going to fight who. You know, Shakur Stevenson holds a title. Tank holds a title. Navarrete holds a title. So we're still on that road of unifying. So it's still a meaningful fight. Then directly after that, the following week we have Jaron Ennis, my dog. He's gonna be back in the ring. Again, I won't even attempt to pronounce the guy's last name, but my dog is back in the ring. Not only that, Bam Rodriguez is co-headlining that fight as well.
Yeah,
and a part of that fight, why it's important that I didn't even share with my dog Ant here, is that I'm actually going to be at that fight.
The Ennis fight?
I'm going to be at the Ennis fight in Philly.
So when
at the Wells Fargo Center.
When did this happen?
My girl, shout out to my girl Tiffany, my baby.
Whoa. What a thing I want to hit.
I told you I didn't even share it with my dog yet. But my girl.
So you about to be at the Wells Fargo Ennis fight. You didn't want to say nothing.
At the Ennis fight.
Yo, Tiffany, listen, that's hate. That's hate.
She bought me tickets.
Hey, bro.
And this was a surprise.
I'm salty.
She surprised me with tickets because my birthday is coming up at the top of November. So she surprised me with tickets.
And you missing the pod, too. Is that time you missing the pod?
Yeah.
You about to miss the pod?
I'm missing the pod because of that.
To go to a fight?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Contracts. You want to talk?
It's all love, brother. It's all love. Hey, man, just want to say one, boxing is back. We still closing out the year on a high note. And two, I got the best girlfriend in the world, man. She got me. She know I love boxing, and she know I want to report it back to y'all. So she made sure that I was in the house for the Ennis fight, and for my boy Bam Rodriguez going to be in the fight. My dog is salty right now. my
Why you telling me this on the pod? That's crazy.
Because I want to get the fans. This is real. This is happening in real time. You know? So
that's peace.
I will be in the house for the Ennis fight just so I can come back and let you guys know. And actually, as much as I love boxing, this is my first boxing match. Now I know the purists are going to scratch my name off the list already because I haven't been to I've been to a couple amateur fights, but I've never been to a true pro match. So this is really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And for a pretty damn good card, if you ask me. Like like I mentioned, my boy Bam. Pound for pound fighter, Boots. I got him on my pound for pound list as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a pretty damn good
card.
About
to Saudi next?
Go to REESE season.
I mean, I'm Jackson.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm down. I'm down. I'm trying to see His Excellency too. Dap him up for the one time. You know, but nonetheless,
you know what I'm saying? Might have to cut the camera on. You might have to cut the camera. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be lit, bro.
Nah, that's all good, man. That's what's up, man. Get to see Boots, man. What's a big fight? Go to Philly. You love being in Philly.
It's a second home, bro. Second home. You know what I'm saying? They know me out in the area.
Man.
I'm capping. I'm capping.
All right, she got the Boots fight.
Yeah.
I think the big fight for the casuals is coming up. That's confirmed. Is Tyson Fury. Fury Usyk too.
Fury
December,
Usyk too.
closing the year out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, redemption. Just redemption. Now, let me finish these last couple fights, then we'll spin back to that because I got a question I want to ask you about that. All right. So after we just say Usyk and Fury fight happens. Right after that, we got Tank and Lamont Roach. You know why we here, folks. Just another.
That's a good knockout.
It's another bag mission. Unless we come back later on this year and we're all surprised. Not gonna happen. But Tank.
But ain't Benavidez on that card?
No.
He got off that card.
So what we're looking at, which is coming in, starting at the top of next year, which is being speculated. Another
Errol.
Yes, is another what's they call it? Co-main, co-headline fight with Spence and Fundora, David Morrell, and David Benavidez.
But I heard that supposedly the way that the Turk is kind of trying to play this is like, okay, we'll give Earl this fight with Sebastian, and then Terrence fights the winner.
Okay.
Instead of doing the rematch, because Earl still has a rematch clause.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe you think they like regroup at 154. I mean, that still satisfies the. I mean,
I don't know how deep the world. I don't know what it was in that contract.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
But
because at this point, you might as well forgo the 147 belts. I think for both of them. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. So got that going up. But what other fights? Don't forget my man Kashan.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I was about to see we were about to roll to that one, but you want Philly and whatnot. I was about to roll straight to the scope down the street.
Shit again.
Nah, bro, it's too late now.
My lady did it, bro.
It's too late. Hey, no face. We going to the boxing match, bro.
It's beyond me now. It's beyond me. But yeah, thank you.
That's in a couple of weeks here.
Keyshawn, he holding it down for the crib. You know what I'm saying? Got to fight at the scope.
We might have to be in the building for that one.
No, that's real.
I mean, we might have to go. I think the IDK is too close to home.
Nah,
like this is like a Norfolk fight. His brothers is fighting.
ESPN on the card too.
Either we gotta do a live show from the crib, or we gotta be in the building.
Nah, show love.
Show love to the Norfolk, man. I'm always gonna show love to 7-5. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, but thank you for mentioning that. But yeah, that was I mean, again, there's some other speculated things about Shakur might return early next year. He's trying to put his bid in for the Riyadh season, but His Excellency, man, he controls boxing, bro. Biggest gangster in boxing,
and he putting up good fights. So
you can't say much,
fights, man.
Can't say much.
But Tank's still fighting on Prime.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
All I'll tell the fighters is go out there messing with His Excellency if you won't. That's gonna get whooped because every big name that goes out there gets smacked.
Yeah.
So
Bob Arum's mad at him for Jared Anderson.
Yeah.
They threw that money at Jared Anderson. They knew Jared Anderson
wasn't ready for that fight.
He wasn't ready for that fight.
Was not ready for that fight.
And damn sure wasn't ready for that fight. And then maybe Wilder. He's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, heavyweights can have L's though and bounce back. So
yeah, it's acceptable.
He wasn't ready for that fight. Jared hasn't seen enough different boxers. That was a jump up in class that he wasn't ready for. He was not ready for.
His pace wasn't there. The ring IQ wasn't there. He still has some training wheels on, but nonetheless, life lesson. But what I did want to ask you though, before we get out of boxing real quick, is Usyk Fury. Nonetheless, that's the biggest match still left on the calendar. Do we see anything different happening this go round?
I don't know. Fury is great the second go around. I mean, he hasn't had many second go arounds, but the Wilder second go around came back, dominated Wilder after getting knocked down.
Yeah.
In the draw.
Early knockout, yeah.
Kind of the same way that Usyk kind of just handled him a little bit in this fight. Fury, the second go round,
sharper,
is a better fighter. So, and this is his first L. Let's see how he reacts. Fury's still all-time great. Usyk is if you look at his whole career, great boxer, but Fury is still an all-time great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, the second go time around, Fury just dominates. Like he learns more.
Yeah.
And people forget he's actually a boxer. As big as he is, he can slug, but he can actually box.
Yeah.
So I think he knows that Usyk has to get inside to really You know what I mean? I had no other word to say.
I would have figured out another way to phrase that, but
he know that he know that Usyk has to get in range.
Thank you.
Before, but they really get some shots off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, be mature, bro. Okay. No other than I can say.
I mean, he knows he gotta get inside. He just knows it. Oh man.
I think what I'm trying to say is that Fury's gonna use the jab more. Keep him at length. Yeah. And then when he does try to slip the jab to really slip the jab to get, Yo, this is bad. This is a podcast, bro. This is an audio.
I know this. Yeah, it's an experience. It's a media experience. I'm here. I'm back.
So
I'm so sorry.
So when he slips, because last time he was slipping the jab and Fury was trying to fight him in a phone booth. I think Fury's going to keep him at a distance.
Yeah.
And then when he does try to come inside, it's going to be boom. It'll be power shots.
Yeah.
Usyk, when he does get inside, like through the jab. Gonna have to put in work, like quickly, like body shot, and then Fury's gonna move more. But I think that jab with the length, because Tyson is bigger man, taller man. Keep the jab, keep him at a distance, and then when he does slip the jab, I think that straight or that left is coming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I think Usyk's gonna have a harder time because before, like, Fury tried to fight him in the phone booth.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? So it was like, at what point does the levee break? I think that could have been a part of his game plan the first go round, where like Fury was.
I don't think he respected his power.
That part, but because he was winning when it was sticking to boxing, when he was just sticking to his boxing roots.
When you try to outslug him,
but when it got down, like he wanted to mix it up, you're gonna lose that exchange.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose that exchange each and every time. So nonetheless, with this second go round, I think sometimes pressure busts pipes.
Yeah.
If Usyk can keep his foot on the gas and keep pressuring him, walking him down, that trying to keep range will only work for so long.
Yeah.
And which we found in that first fight is that Usyk, some of those hooks was finding home, especially if he tapping the body early. Like if he's getting those body shots early, doing his groundwork early, then eventually those over the top shots will start to land and start finding home. So if he can keep Usyk at bay for a full 12 rounds, you'll have a shot. But I think at some point the levee's gonna break.
Yeah,
and it's just gonna be a repeat of the first go round.
Yeah,
this is a cement fight. This is cement Usyk this time around.
I think I don't think I'm total opposite side. I think this is a draw. I think they're both going to show glimpses, and I think this time it's actually going to be a draw. I think Usyk's going to do what he has to do. They lay his power punches and everything like that. But I think Fury's going to show enough boxing where the judges are not going to be able to make a decision. This is going to be a third fight. Mm-hmm. I just don't see Fury. I haven't seen Fury get worse. Like a opponent get better against Fury.
Yeah,
the second time around.
Yeah, because like again, going back to the trilogy with Wilder, like Fury, when it came time for that third fight, it was like Wilder doesn't even need to be in that ring.
Yeah, like the second fight, it was like I go, okay, I figured you out.
Yeah, like I got everything. I did.
I think Fury doesn't. I think Fury doesn't think he's so much better than some of these guys. I think he didn't respect his power. He saw how shorty was. He saw how shorty he is to him. Mm-hmm. Like Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I think he respected Wilder's power.
Yeah.
And Wilder is just like right there, tall as him. Like, but Usyk's nowhere near as tall as Fury.
Yeah, I mean, but also Fury, like what, 6'7", 6'9", some shit like that.
So, but the length, like the reach, is crazy too. So, talking about a cruiserweight, a legit cruiserweight, fighting heavy. So, I mean, we'll see. I think, and then sometimes being the man on top sometimes don't always do good to people. Sometimes you don't train as hard. Sometimes you don't be as focused. So we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Fury always been focused, always could train like Canelo does as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some jokers on top keep doing what be on top.
Yeah.
Or you could be an Andy REESE, get on top, and you know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
But if it is, I do agree. If it is a complete change in tide and Fury walks away the victor, then yeah, we got to go 3. We got to go 3. But, you know, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to say Usyk walks off with it handily. I mean, Fury at one point was contemplating retiring.
He always say he's going to retire.
I mean, this might very well be the straw that broke the camel's back. So we'll see. We'll see. But again, nonetheless, very exciting close of boxing this year and something to look forward to at the top of 2025. Can't wait to see it, man. You know, I'm here for the boxing.
For the purists, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people going to be in the stadium and some people going to watch it on TV. So that's hate. Can't get no better than that.
Hate.
What's hate?
That's hate.
It's definitely hate.
That's hate. That's hate.
The fact that you told me on the pod is worse.
Yeah, brother, it was beyond me. Well, that part I control. No, But the part I'm telling you on the pod, I could have controlled that. You're right.
Yeah,
but also, I didn't buy the tickets. My girl bought the tickets.
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
it's okay.
Find you a strong black woman, man.
I'm about to talk.
Find you one.
I'm gonna have a talk with Tiffany anyway.
Get your ass whooped.
You know what I'm saying? I was here first. Set some ground rules.
so that's y'all gaslight me.
It's okay. We'll talk. She watched the pod. She probably
yeah. Nah. She gonna timestamp that shit you said.
Yeah,
What's that shit you said?
But nah, man, that's all love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're a big Boots fan anyway, so that's big.
That's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of happy for you. Like 60%. Close to the day, I probably won't. Hey, man, what's up, bro? I'm out here.
Nah, not too much. Not too much.
Good, bro. I'm blocking you. And I don't even know how to block people on my phone. So moving right along, man. Boxing is always gonna be boxing. You know what I'm saying? We're always gonna talk it for because we got the boxing purists out here. Well, a lot of people are learning boxing and learning some of the fights, and they appreciate it. So that's what we always talk boxing.
That's what we do it for,
shout
man.
out Kenny and boxing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do it for, man.
All right, so back to something we talked about on the last pod. We're gonna get into a deeper dive in my college football playoff prediction. So if you heard my last pod,
yes, sir.
It could be changed by now because this pod, you know what I'm saying, we record delayed. But I had at the time Oregon at number 1 in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Georgia, number 2, Miami at number 3, and number 4 is BYU, the top 4 seeds.
Yes, sir.
I had Indiana at number 5, playing Boise State, the automatic qualifier from the 5 teams getting in. Then I had Texas playing Pitt at 6 and 11. Mind you, all these first round games, the higher seed games, these are home games. I had number 7 Penn State having to play Notre Dame, and I had Texas A&M and Bama. So now let's get into it. The teams that I had on the outside looking in that can realistically be in this playoff by the end of the year is Iowa State, ranked number 9 right now in the nation. I think them losing to BYU puts them out off the strength of schedule, me personally. I got a Clemson team. I think Clemson loses to Pitt and Miami by the end of the year. No, Clemson loses to Pitt, doesn't make it to the ACC championship game, and with that schedule, like how do you put them in over certain over other teams, the SEC team or a Big Ten team, right? So I think Clemson, if they lose to Pitt and don't make it, I think they're gonna lose to Pitt and not make it to the ACC championship game, and then you don't have that chance to
we ain't talking about
them. Tennessee. On the outside looking at, this is one of the most realistic teams beside Iowa State if they win the Big 12. But Tennessee could definitely get in because Tennessee did beat Bama. I don't think they played. Did they play Georgia already?
No. They have not.
I didn't think Tennessee could get in over Bama, even though they beat Bama. I just don't think they're gonna keep Bama out the playoffs again 2 years in a row. It still is a money thing. We learned that last year.
You gotta protect your bottom line.
We learned that last year with Florida State, right?
Yeah.
So do they play Georgia?
Nope.
Who Tennessee in the season with?
They do play Georgia. I stand corrected. They do play Georgia on the 16th.
So I think that L from Georgia. Tennessee and Bama can be flipped. Really, Bama's only in my thing because
money.
It's Bama. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State. This is where the Big Ten thing that I want to talk about, I didn't get into on the pod. I said Ohio State doesn't get in, right? Because the other 3 teams don't play each other, right?
The other 3 teams.
Oregon already beat Ohio State. Okay. If Penn State beat Ohio State, that's 2 losses in the Big Ten, right?
Yep.
Indiana could go undefeated. Penn State can go undefeated in the Big Ten, and Ohio State can go undefeated. I mean, Oregon. Oregon, I think, wins the Big Ten championship, right? I think if Indiana I think Indiana will be there. I think Indiana
in the Big Ten
championship game.
Okay.
I think Penn State get left out over some semantics, but they'll still be a top ranked team, right? Indiana. If Indiana only lost is the Oregon.
Right. It's kind of like what was that, Georgia and Bama last year?
Yeah. Now you're talking about an SEC team, SEC champion that's going to have one loss at minimum, maybe two.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I got 3 Big Ten teams in there. Penn State, because one team is not going to play in the Big Ten championship game. I think they get in. If Indiana doesn't play, Indiana go undefeated. I think Indiana gets in at the 7th seed or one of them seeds. And I also think that Penn State, the loser of that Big Ten championship game to Oregon, who I think is going to win the Big Ten, gets in. If Indiana plays Oregon in the Big Ten championship game, they only lost to the number one team in the country.
Gotta still.
But then Penn State maybe don't get in, but they beat Ohio State.
And that's their only.
Like, it's weird because all of them don't play each other because the conference is so daggum big. They don't play each other no more. So I think Clemson's going to eliminate themselves. I think Pitt and Clemson would eliminate themselves because if Pitt beat SMU, beat Clemson, right?
They sure don't play them.
Who?
Penn State.
Yeah.
That's
so
shame.
If Clemson, ACC, if Miami is the top team, we think, right?
Right.
We're gonna lock them in for the ACC championship game, right?
Yeah.
If Pitt beat SMU if Pitt did beat SMU last week because it's delayed,
yeah,
then they'll play Virginia this week, and then they play Clemson. They beat SMU and Clemson in the ACC championship game. Say they lose to Miami, you're losing to number 2 or 3 ranked team in the nation.
Yeah,
and you undefeated? They undefeated. That'd be one loss. I think A&M gets in. I think A&M's going to be in the SEC championship game and lose to Georgia. Or they might win it. A&M could be the number 2. The SEC championship is going to be is going to be in the top 4. The SEC champion is going to be in the top 4. Texas A&M only loss is to Notre Dame. And if Texas A&M getting to be a top 4 seed helps Notre Dame even more.
How can you justify Texas A&M being in the SEC championship?
They haven't lost it. They're on top of the they're the only team haven't lost in the SEC.
So they're on.
They only lost to Notre Dame. They haven't lost to nobody else.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. They haven't lost to nobody else.
Who have they been playing?
They beat LSU. They beat Mississippi State. They beat Arkansas.
They beat Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They beat Mizzou handily. Hold on. Am I tweaking? Oh man, they got me going way back. All right, continue.
So who they got left?
They got Auburn and Texas. They still got to play Texas.
Texas at the end of the year. They beat Texas at the end of the year. And I still got Texas in my thing. I think 3 SEC teams are going to make it. Maybe 4. What they only lost is the Texas.
So how do you get? So you got 4 SEC teams.
3 Big Ten teams.
3 Big Ten teams. That's your 12 right there. That's your 5 to 12.
4 ACC. Okay. The automatic qualifiers are Georgia's going to win the SEC.
Okay.
And I got A&M getting in. I got Bama getting in, and I got Texas getting in. So I got 4 teams in. I got 3 Big Ten teams getting in with
Oregon being number 1
and Indiana being number 5.
Yeah.
Right? And then Penn State being number 7. I got the independent Notre Dame getting in. And this all this from when I last saw them play on week 9. And then I got 2 ACC teams getting in because Pitt and Clemson are really playing. Pitt and Clemson can interchange.
Yeah, good based on the game.
Yeah. The only thing that's different is I think this is why I say about why BYU and Iowa State. Iowa State loses to BYU. Do you think BYU and Iowa State gets in? Well, that's an elimination game.
It's an elimination game.
Tennessee could have 2 losses by then. And I'm getting it. I'm saying that Tennessee's going to lose to Georgia. Tennessee could get in before Bama. I just don't think they're going to leave Bama out the college football playoffs.
Do you see a world where Colorado gets in the Big 12 championship game?
See, I don't know all the tiebreakers. Do I think Colorado going to lose another game this year? Maybe not. If they don't lose again, then they'll only have the 1 loss to Kansas State. And BYU doesn't play. I don't think none of them play each other. It's so weird. The conference is so big. The top teams don't play each other. Everybody, it's not a round robin. It's not divisions.
That's what I'm about to say. you got to reintroduce the divisions if you're gonna be rolling like 14 teams deep in these conferences.
Eventually, non-conference games is gonna go by the wayside. It's gonna be like two non-conference games, and the rest gonna play 10 non-conference games.
I'm trying to see BYU schedule
because I think BYU got Utah. And they got Utah coming up at the end of the year. That's a rivalry game.
Yeah, they got Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, Houston.
I think Iowa State and Kansas State play each other. They're the only ones that play each other.
That might be. And if Iowa State's still holding strong, then Colorado can forget about it.
Yeah, I don't know how the tiebreakers go if they're all like only lost one game. If they got two teams that lost one game, but they could realistically have two undefeated teams, and then Colorado don't make it to the Big 12 championship. Only way Colorado get in the Big 12 championship game. I think the Big 12 only get one team in.
Yeah,
and the ACC gets two. I think the SEC. There you go. Where all them balloons come from? The SEC gets the SEC gets like 4. I see 4. I don't know how you leave A&M out if they only lose one game.
A&M lost
to Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
And they haven't lost since.
Jesus, it's close, bro. It's close. So,
but Bama lost 2, right?
Bama lost 2.
So take Bama out and put Tennessee in there. Tennessee only lost 1.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but Tennessee lost to Arkansas already, right?
Yeah.
And I got them losing to Georgia.
They're done.
So you could add possibly another Big 12 team in there. But they're not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to do that.
Bama's going to be in if it's close.
So, but also, okay, let's say A&M and Texas meet for the SEC championship game.
They're not. Probably Georgia. Talking about Georgia losing 2 games.
What separates Georgia from Bama then?
Oh, no. Georgia got to lose 1 more game.
That's what I'm saying. What in either regard, right? Okay, excuse me, I said that wrong. So if Georgia loses, what separates them from your Bamas, your Tennessees,
They won't. So then at that point, Texas would jump back up there, and A&M would probably jump in the top 4 in the predictions before the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Because A&M right now has sole top place in the SEC.
Yeah.
So they could come out when the real rankings, the college football from the committee start coming out.
Yeah.
They could be a top 4 team.
Very much so.
I just think they're going to lose to Texas. I think it's going to be Texas, Georgia in the
SEC championship game.
And that's why I think the weak Big 10 is going to get
three teams in.
3 teams in.
Because again, this all sounds cute, fun and games. We want, and in reality, like you said, you might have 4 teams from the SEC. We're predicting Georgia, Texas, A&M, and Bama. But very much so, you can have Penn State sitting there like, hey, what about us? You can have, I'm still going back to the ACC. Clemson can be sitting there like, hey, what about us? Like, hey, what makes them so different? Those guys over there with 2 losses when I only got 1 freaking loss on the year.
Who did you play? Did you have to play Tennessee?
Did you
have to go to Arkansas?
What Dennis Green say? If you want to be kings, then crown their ass. If you want SEC to bring supreme, don't even put them with us.
But like at the same time, in another year, the Big 10 could have said the same thing. The Big 10 up to down would have been good. Right now, the SEC up to down, they have better teams. ACC, like I said, you got SMU, Miami, Clemson, Pitt. Them, out of 12 teams, only 4 y'all are good.
Now, I hear that point. Now, I don't want this to start out by having a problem with the bracket or the 12 team selection. I think that's perfect at 12.
I hate 12.
But I do because how many slices of the pie do you need? That's me.
I wish it would have went to
14.
No, less than that. I wish it went 2 buys.
8.
I would have went 2 buys and then everybody else play. How many people would that been?
So
You would have had 2 buys, so then you had
that's 9 teams.
2 teams play. That would have been 2 teams with a bye. Then you would have had 2 other games. That's 4. That's 6.
Oh,
I would have had 6. I would have had the top 2 teams get a bye. The other 4
teams play out, then you
play each other. So you can have. I would have had the Power 4 champions, and then just 2 other teams. Like, this is where the hate gonna come in, right? This is where the hate gonna come in. At 12, let's look at what I'm currently constructing. Indiana beats the crap out of Boise State. Texas probably beats the shit out of Pitt.
Yeah.
Penn State and Notre Dame, I don't know.
That's gonna be the best game of the weekend.
A&M and Bama, or say let's take A&M out. Let's take Bama out. Say A&M Tennessee, or A&M Ohio State. I think A&M
dog walks Ohio State.
Exactly. Now we move on. A&M versus Oregon. Okay. Now we get in the games that actually matter. Indiana BYU. Okay. Miami Texas. Okay. I just don't like the 12. I don't like you. We could have got to the 4 faster.
But also,
and I think we letting some teams in, like, not this year because the SEC is so deep, but one year is going to be slow where it's only really 3 good teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to try to manufacture 12 good ones. Mm-hmm. One year it's going to be a Georgia, Ohio State, and maybe what's a Big 12 team? Or not a big, or maybe a Clemson are really just the top 3 teams. And we had years like that where you knew who the dominant 2 teams were.
Right. It was just a matter of when they met.
And we're going to have to manufacture 8 other teams that we know have no chance in hell to beat.
Yeah, but
like them years with them great Bama teams and them good Clemson teams.
Oh man, forget
Imagine
about
if we had 12. Everybody be like, okay, we're just watching football to watch football.
Yeah, man, forget about it. Because who the hell, even in like the championship games when they got there, I was like, they don't need to be on the field with Bama, bro. But damn, you made me lost my point. Thinking about that nonsense. But at some point, it's it's just supremacy, which is why I hated the fact, even if I'm really getting to it, the Power 4 conferences is already a problem. I think
just play among themselves.
Why even share the schedule with anybody else?
Because Notre Dame. Boy, it's like I hate Notre Dame.
But they need to get down and lay down, bro, because we can't keep making exceptions for you. But my point with the Power 4 being a problem is because now we got to keep weighing out the nonsense. Who played who, and because again, you recreate the same problem that you had before the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I can't control my schedule. I can't control where we played at. We're not sitting in any of these rooms, but yet we're being punished for it at the end of the year. Again, based off the prediction that we have thus far on paper, that I can very well see a Clemson, a Penn State, Iowa State, a number of teams
saying, a 1-loss Iowa State
sitting here like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell, bro? Like, we did
1-loss Pitt, maybe not getting there.
I played the teams y'all told me to play, and I won.
That's why we just need to go by.
I only lost when I got to the championship game.
That's why these conferences are so big. And I didn't like all the conference realignment, like I said in previous pod, for regional aspects, but also it was making teams play other good teams. You had Georgia went to play Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Texas went to go play Bama. Like, you had to schedule good games because you wanted to strength the schedule. Take the top 4. Some years it's going to be close, but most years, let's keep it a buck, guys. The top 4 was the top 4.
Yeah.
Really, with the BCS, the top 2 was the top 2 for the. Keep it a buck.
Keep it real. Keep it 100. That's a fact. And not that, because that distance between that talent, excuse me, what I'm trying to say, that talent level between team 1 and team 2, there's a drop off there,
especially from team 1 to team 5.
Thank you. So, but that's why also I thought having that when it was a Power 5, that 5th conference kind of restored it kind of took away some of the commentary. Some of those other teams had to pipe down with the Pac-12, because you at least could say, now we had to make this other slot available to them. Now you got 5 conference championships, and that kind of quiets the chatter from the other schools.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's all, say, like you said, to the wayside now.
Yeah.
Now, if we're just talking about, Power 4 and these damn conferences are swole to the max, bro, well, you can't judge me. You can't judge me because I was only playing who I had on the schedule.
That's a fact.
You can't judge me. Isn't that? And it's not fair to the BYUs.
Nope.
It's not fair to the Kansas States. It's not fair to the Pitts. It's not fair to the Indiana, and the Texas A&M. But we got to make space for Notre Dame. Now I see why you hate. Because if you want to be independent.
One loss, undefeated Notre Dame. Notre Dame loss is to Northern Illinois.
If you didn't want to
play anybody, you got to play. Your strength of schedule has to matter at some point.
Because if you didn't want to swim, don't ask to come to the pool party, bro. If you didn't want to be a part of the conference play and have these, because Notre Dame's not having the same conversations that A&M, BYU, and all these other teams is having.
Next toughest. I think they play Navy. I think they play another group of fives. They play more group of 5 schools than they play Power 4 schools.
You're not having the same conversations as everybody else that's begging to get into the party. So start asking to be included.
Join the ACC.
Exactly.
Or like,
if you want to be independent, be independent. This shouldn't even. Yeah, you'll get a bowl game, but don't ask to be a part of the party.
Because their schedule don't line. They don't have to play.
It doesn't align with any other team that we were mentioning to be within the bracket. Every other team that's a part of the bracket has at least something to say. Again, they had no control over it, but they have something to say. And they got to play within their conference. You don't even have conference games.
Yeah. So
either get down or lay down, man.
It is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate. The 12 is going to fluctuate. I think this year we're going to have a good 12. But I'm telling y'all, 1 year is going to be a bad 12. It's not going to be good football. We'll see a lot of blowouts. I don't want to see blowouts in playoff games. I want to see close, competitive games. And if a blowout happens, it happens. But I don't want to go in knowing like, man,
Texas is going to roll over these boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't.
But again, to what we've seen with the parity in college football, that talent distribution is different.
Yeah.
It's different than it has been in recent years. Transfer portal, recruiting classes, NILs. We ain't got to rehash.
And we basically just devalued all the bowl games. Because, them bowl games is about to be bad this year. I'm going to tell y'all that.
Yeah. But, and especially for the draft eligible, because they're not showing up.
Or the transfer portal.
I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm not, if I'm draft eligible or if I already know I'm about to enter the portal the moment that clock hits 0 at fourth quarter, I'm not playing.
No.
I'm not playing.
That's a bad, like the early, telling you right now, catch the early bowl games with the smaller schools.
Yeah.
Them are going to be good games. Any school that's out in the Power 4 that's not in the playoffs, the games are going to be horrible.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bunch of backups, a bunch of freshmen that never played.
Yeah.
It's going to be what it was last year. That was all it. It was bad, unwatchable. I think I turned on the soap opera.
Yeah, but I think even when you mentioned this, man, I can't remember what episode, but you mentioned like putting some making those bowl games meaningful again, like as far as like for seeding or for something that goes towards the following season.
Yeah.
Even that, what does that change for somebody like you said that's about to be draft eligible or that's about to be entering the portal? Like I don't care what this team about to be playing at come year 2020 or season 2025. I'm gonna be in a whole different conference with a whole different team.
So I said the ones that got 2 group of 5 teams in it, like a Sun Belt and an American team.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the good ones because them guys actually care. They want to win a bowl game. I think Colorado's gonna come out real motivated. Whoever they play, I'm hoping that they play a team that also is motivated to play because they're gonna get a good bowl because that bowl. The bids are going to be heavy to have Colorado and Deion come. That's ratings.
Yeah.
It's just some of these, it's not going to be good. The bowl season's not going to be what we all grew up and waited for.
Yeah. Yeah. But you was hoping to make your money during the playoff time this year. I mean, this is what everybody's been clamoring for. You can't, I understand the NCAA's point. Like, hey, this is what y'all wanted. We giving it to y'all. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
You gotta give to get. So for all that's for all the naysayers that still don't like it, for those that's like, hey, my team's Power 4. I don't know what the hell you guys' problem is. The grass is green no matter where you sit.
Wherever you sit. So stay on the lookout, man. We definitely did the last time I was talking about this. We'll definitely be deep diving in, especially the closer it gets and we get some of the committee thing, because that first one from the committee is going to really tell me a lot how they're looking at
how they value
some stuff. So everything. So last topic I want to get into before we get up out of here, man. Angel Reese, man, been in the news a lot. And I'm not talking, it's a sports pod, so we're not gonna talk about the other stuff. Angel Reese has been all around here getting publicity. Some say good, some say bad. I say I don't care. But I do think the pub,
none of my business.
I do think the pub with Angel Reese though is definitely keeping the WNBA name in people's minds while the offseason is here. I mean, they just about to re-up on the collective bargaining, trying to get more money.
Yeah.
Her saying things like, I think she had her Shabazz Napier moment, saying, "Hey, just don't pay my rent." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm out here. I got to do all this other stuff just to, like, you know what I'm saying, make a living playing this basketball thing without going overseas. Like, a lot of people don't know. A lot of the women from even the bigger names like Brianna, all them, had to go overseas and play to get the bag. It shouldn't be like that in one of the richest country in the world. So, I'm glad that she's like out here with her podcast, interviewing, trying to bring pop culture into. That's what the NBA had to do. I think her and Asia are doing a good job. Asia just doing it with the dominance on the court. Asia is doing it like, you know what I'm saying, with her. She got a shoe coming out. She got like a book that she did. She about to get her jersey retired to South Carolina. Then Caitlin Clark did her job. She didn't talk much. Balled out.
Still got a deal.
Balled out second half of the season.
Yeah.
Balled out. And I think the league need to use Angel. Angel got to deal with Reebok too, I think. About to get her shoe. I think the league need to take advantage of Angel and Asia and really use them to hype the college game up, to hype the name up of the girls that's coming too.
Good. Well, this sounds crazy because it's not like the talent in the WNBA is missing any, because there's hella talent.
Just need names.
You need more eyes on sport. Like more storyline, more brand recognition. I would say just with the sport, because right now, again, I get into women's business, but a lot of their business has to come outside of the WNBA currently.
But I think that's still. I think that helps because she's still tied to WNBA. Like outside, some people watch basketball or watch sports sometimes for the actual sport. Some people watch this for the characters. Sometimes you got to create characters.
Yeah, but it's not. Well, NBA is a different beast. That's already substantiated. That's already a running machine. Doesn't require too much fluff.
They had their time.
Yeah. But those things build organically. They build through time, like what them boys in Memphis going to do, or OKC. They might, they starting to put a young crew together. Just things will just build organically. Whereas like it has to be with full intent and with full, development, that, like you said, the idea about going back down to college ranks and pumping those girls and starting early, like, hey, we got high school, pretty much name recognition, because that's after ball is life, in their social media presence. A lot of that brand name recognition falls off there and just kind of flutters into the college ranks for women. Once it gets to the pros, maybe only a few may reappear in the pros, but that middle gap there is where you lose a lot of fandom.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta use Angel and Angel. Like the big, like they should do like how Peyton and Eli got their mega cast or whatever.
Thank you.
They should do that. They should do that for big games in college, women's college basketball. Like the first game of the season, I think Juju and Paige go again. That should be a mega cast game, not with Sue and Diana. That should be with like younger, more known, maybe more social media affluent people, players. and do it like that and have them come on with other people, other stars, interviewing them or talking to them while watching the game, while also talking up Paige, talking up Juju, talking up Fuwali, talking up Hidalgo, talking up Kiki, talking up a lot of players out here that are really good players. Just got to get the name out there. And then when they get to the league, the NBA does a good job sometimes of playing the younger players, even though it's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
They need to play their younger players. Some of their players be getting buried.
You never heard of it.
Like Peely got buried. Now, I'm not granted that Minnesota team was really good, but she got buried at the end of the bench. You know, sometimes you need to unleash the young ones, let them play.
But I mean, is there a G League? Is there a G League?
No, it's no need to be a G League. But sometimes, like Houston, when Jalen Green first got there, he just played.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta let the young boys play.
Or make more teams.
Pablo, that's what they're doing that. Doing that. Pablo out there, Orlando got named for himself. He balling. First couple of years, he was playing.
Yeah.
You got to let them play to get a name. You can't just like let them get a name in college and get to the league. They can't even touch the court.
Right.
That's a problem.
Yeah. That's potential we never seen come to fruition.
You know
never blossoming enough.
And it's keeping it a buck. You need to stop cutting some too. Some of these younger, older vets that might have been in the league too much, leading a long time, if they can't make it in the rotation, might have to go.
Think I better let it go.
You got to get the name out there, man. And then once you get the name and create the names, the basketball is about names. People don't even have favorite basketball teams anymore. Most of them got favorite players, and they follow the players. Unlike football, you got favorite teams.
There you go.
They follow players in basketball.
There you go.
You got to start making stars. Got to start making stars, bro.
And then that got to be an intentful decision, right? So, with I just think there's a large gap where just advertising. You know, again, we dealing with something I won't say new, but this stardom that we're seeing from Angel or from Caitlyn that hasn't really been seen as of late in the women ranks. So I give them grace in trying to like figure out how to keep that running.
Yeah, but you gotta get the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think it has. And to be fair, I think it has.
Yeah, because now the ad dollars are coming.
Yeah,
you can't go backwards now.
No, exactly. So I give them grace that this is a fairly new playing field, but the ball is rolling. It's working. There's odds here. There's ad dollars here. That needs to spread. That needs to spread. Just again, I'll say it like this: different sport, but try to follow me. The Under Armour high school football game is, I won't say prime time, but it's almost a moment that you can set your clock on or set your calendar for.
Mm-hmm.
Not really knowing where that placement would be. Let's just say it's ESPN Plus, but that's something that, again, I'm telling you that drop off from high school stardom or high school branding and likeness, and that fall off into college, and then that continue fall off into the pros, that has to be eradicated. That whole system has to be fixed. Because like you said, we're losing players, and nobody can tell you where.
I think high school players are getting, and not once like I hate it, but I think high school players are getting some hype. The hype is too early to know what they're doing. Like college, yes, you get the hype in college because you're in college now. But like I said about high school before, like who are you playing against? Are you the biggest, especially in football? Are you the biggest thing out there? Like, is your size, as far as are you already college ready and playing against kids that's never going to step foot on a college campus, not even D3?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to do from high school. I think high school, the drop off is so hard because high school is followed so much. You see the highlights, you see all this, and then when they get to college,
never hear from them.
If they're not like that,
you'll never hear from them. But when has that not been the thing in any other sport? I just mentioned the Under Armour high school game. There's a lot of cats talking about they about to sign here and commit here during that game, and we never heard from them again. That's just sports. The cream gonna rise to the top.
Exactly what I'm saying. But sometimes in pro, you got to pros have manipulation.
You need some manipulation. Yeah.
where sometimes in pro you only get better at being a pro. Not that your game ain't there, you just got to be better at being a pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that sometimes the only way you can learn is by getting in the field.
Yeah, gotta be in that field. But getting back to the money side of it, where does that start to make sense? We're talking about brand recognition and knowing the player, knowing the name back on the jersey. We're talking about that. And in the case of someone like Angel Reese or Aja or, Stewie, where they got to go make their dollars elsewhere, something got to click to where you bringing it where it's a one-stop shop. We ain't got to go across the pond no more. We ain't got to do.
And it's not even more about them. They're gonna make their money because they stars.
Yeah.
It's more about
the field,
like the women that are good players, but maybe don't get all the ad dollars that you're getting. Okay, what's they should be able to make them where they don't have to go overseas and play to like make a living playing basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this, it's not something I don't know the actual salary, but I think it ain't much. I think it's 6 figures.
Right, but we don't ask our other pro players to be a pro twice a year or be a pro.
Yeah,
twice.
They don't even make like I said. They should make a salary that's good enough. I know some jokers that's on the practice squad jokers, Canadian Football League jokers that's making enough money to do that once a year.
But again, you can't after this year or after the last few years. From my standpoint, that can no longer be the case where there's not enough money, there's not enough ad. Bro, they've been reeling it in.
Mm-hmm.
Some got to make harvest at some point. There got to be a turnover. Some
of the best international women players don't even come to your states. They're getting drafted. They're not coming to the states because it ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it. Yeah,
it ain't worth it. So with Angel Reese,
we get it. Alive. I get it. Yeah.
Keep going doing these appearances. Keep the WNBA. You're helping the WNBA. It's your time now to put the WNBA on your back in the offseason because this ain't Caitlin. Caitlin can't do this. Caitlin got the personality for this. Her game is nice, but she ain't got the personality to hold them down.
Yeah.
During the offseason. This is your time. Hold them down. Do your podcast stuff. Hold them down and come back as a better player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that, man. Like, y'all can hate the girl, what she doing. Yeah. You might not agree with how she doing it, but like, hey, we still talking about it. Angel Reese is tied to WNBA, so I'm WNBA. I love it.
It's bird magic, bro. It's bird and magic.
Yeah.
One person go about it one way, the other person go about the others. And I don't think there's a question about for either one, their love for the game or the time and sweat that they put into their personal game.
Exactly.
We just got to make hay, differently, but don't worry about that. I support it. Get your hustle on because there ain't no guarantee on any of it. So get it.
Make it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Another good episode, man. You know what I'm saying? The college football bracket. Hey, don't kill us. It's early, man. I said I ain't know what I was talking about. I'm just giving you some teams to play out there and give you some scenarios. Don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? We just putting it out there.
Somebody gonna say something like,
"Oh no, I know the damn haters, bro. I'm ready to debate that."
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in front line. I definitely did this episode. I'm gonna stay in front line with you because it's like, bro, you ain't got no legs to stand on, man. You ain't really got no legs to stand on. But we already talked about it. But I'm with you now, bro, because it's foolishness. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. You can't make everybody happy, and that's what they've been telling you. So y'all gotta suck it up too.
Yeah. So don't forget, man. You catch us everywhere. You get your podcast up and catch us YouTube at 5 p.m. on Monday. Every Monday, we do not miss. Follow me at IDK Sports Ant on Instagram. Follow Kenny at Finesse in the Gram. Follow the podcast page at IDK Sports Pod 23. Also follow both of us on TikTok at IDK Sports Ant and IDK Sports Kenny. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share, tell somebody. Man, we're trying to get to this 100 subscribers so we can do some more things with this, man. We're trying to make this podcast go and do more things. Maybe we're trying to travel. Maybe I can go to the boxing match. You know what I'm saying? I could. You know what I'm saying,
and that's what. And again,
so I guess my wife don't love me like
this. Is why you gotta invest in black women.
Oh, now you a pander?
And that's why we invest in black women.
But it's all good. But definitely hit the subscribe button, let some people know. Hit the notify button so you don't miss any notification on when we drop new content on the podcast, man. So, man, great episode. But until next time,
what's happening?
I'll holla.
Peace.